Okay. Hi, my name is Juliana with today's Wolfpack News, bringing you the scoop on today's events. We're starting off with China granting Trump dozens of new trademarks. The Chinese government has granted approval for 34 Trump-related trademarks in business ranging from mining and construction to restaurants, hotels, and golf courses. The Trump Organization, President Trump's company, applied for 38 trademarks in China in April of 2016 during the presidential campaign. 4 were rejected last month, but it's unclear what were in those applications or why they were not approved. Trump Organization lawyers have told CNN that the business is trying to protect the Trump trademark for anyone who might improperly use it. In a statement on Wednesday, Alan Garden, a Trump Organization lawyer, said the company has been actively enforcing its intellectual property rights in China for more than a decade. Trump has sought Chinese trademark for years, but wasn't granted until after he was elected. China's Trump trademark decision is an ethics problem. As for news in Oswego East, our source states that East TV will no longer be a thing. The Oswego East news program has been around the same time the school has opened. The news serves as a reminder for school clubs, activities, and shout-outs to our Wolf athletes. The program
And then another thing is there's not enough people. It's going to affect people that are taking journalism or wanting to go into like the film industry because here at OE they're not going to have the opportunity to get more experience with all of the equipment and be able to take part in a news setting.
Now let's take a closer eye and see what's going up on there. The morning of March 11th, NASA finds a lunar spacecraft that vanished 8 years ago after it went quiet in 2009. Nearly a decade after, scientists used a new ground radar to locate the Indian spacecraft Chandrayaan-1. Marina Brozokovic, a radar scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California, says, "Finding the Lunar Renaissance Orbiter was relatively easy as we were working with the mission's navigators and had precise orbit data where it was located." CNN describes the Chandrayaan-1 spacecraft as about half the size of a smart car, making its detection even more difficult. Such objects are especially a challenge to find because the moon's regions have a high gravitational pull that can drastically change the orbit of the spacecraft. The new technology is crucial to future moon missions as optical telescopes cannot search for small objects due to the bright glare of the moon. India's all-female crew made history with a round-the-world flight. Just ahead of International Women's Day, the Boeing 777 flew from New Delhi to San Francisco. Every member of staff, from the flight's captain to the cabin crew, check-in and ground handling staff, were women, as well as the engineers who certify the aircraft and air traffic controllers. An Air India spokesman told CNN that the airline had applied for a Guinness World Record to mark the occasion on International Women's Day. The flight was in the safe hands of Captain Sunita Narula, Captain Kajmata Bajpai, Captain Indira Singh, and Captain Ganjan Agrawal. The all-women cabin crew was led by Ms. Seema Barwal and Ms. Nishreen Bandwala. Is daylight savings time bad for your health? And are we even saving anything? We'll find out with our next close-up story. Our clock-changing, hour-turning ritual has often surprising implications from our energy use to our very health. Here are a few myths surrounding DST. One myth is that it saves energy. It is a presumption that by extending summer days later into the evening, Americans would use less energy. This is why Congress first enacted daylight savings time during World War I and again in World War II, according to author David Prura. However, a 2008 U.S. Department of Energy reported the daylight savings time reduces annual energy use by only about 0.03% and might even increase energy consumption. Daylight savings time was also created to help farmers get their harvesting quicker, but in fact, farmers fought the proposal, arguing DST made productivity and life overall tougher for them. The truth is, more of us are thinking that daylight saving time is not worth all the trouble. But while more than 63,000 people have signed a petition sponsored by the DST hating website to support abolishing the ritual. Our next story is an unraveling from Nike with a new pro hijab. Nike will soon be selling a performance hijab for Muslim women athletes. The head covers a single-layer pull-on design made from lightweight polyester and dark neutral colors. Nike said it began developing the hijab after Muslim athletes complained about wearing a traditional headscarf during the competition. Emirati figure skater Zara Larry is already wearing the Nike hijab. Larry says, "I was thrilled and a bit emotional to see Nike prototyping hijab. I've tried so many different hijabs for performance and so few of them actually work for me. But once I put it on and took it for a spin on the ice, I was blown away by the fit and the lightweight. Now, after a controversial Nike ad had released in the Middle East asking, "What will they say about you?" the video has gone viral with 1 million views on social media, prompting a debate over its message. Nike says it's a rhetorical question that many young Arab women face if they step out of cultural and traditional norms. That's today's edition of Wolfpack News. I'm Juliana. Join me next time for what's popping at Oswego East.